Welcome to Weather 101. I'm Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams, and for today's Weather 101, we want to talk about a term that's often referred to as it pertains to thunderstorms. We're talking about capped or uncapped thunderstorms. This is where we're going to start our lesson for today, and I think that you're going to find it kind of fascinating when we refer to what is the cap. All right, so first and foremost, when we talk about what is the cap, we're talking about warm air. Now, on your right side, you see what resembles what's called a radiosonde, and that arrow showing the air as it begins to ascend in the upper portions of the atmosphere. As the day heats up, warm air updrafts form. As long as the temperature keeps falling with height, in other words, as long as it keeps getting colder as you go higher in the atmosphere, the air will continue to rise. Now, when it reaches a level or a layer of warm air, if the updraft hits a layer of warmer air, it's unable to continue upwards to form larger clouds or storms. All right. And that's highlighted with the right side where you see the surface at the bottom, cooler on the left, warmer on the right, and a loft at the top of the screen. Now, that's what we call cap, just like the cap on top of a bottle. Now, or if there's on the right side, we have what's called uncapped. However, if there isn't sufficient heating, if there is sufficient heating, or there is an area where the warm air cap is thin or weak, one of those two occurs, then the cap can be broken, allowing for the warm air to pierce through, and then that will allow for the strong storms to form, which is why you get those very tall clouds that begin to form those opportunities for isolated thunderstorms. And so that's when you have the idea of what capped really is and when it forms in the area. So when we talk about capped and uncapped, it deals with the potential of thunderstorm activity and tall cloud or nimbocumulus cloud development prior to development or the formation of said thunderstorms. So whenever you hear that, capped and uncapped, now you have an idea as to what we're referring to, meteorologically speaking. I'm Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams with today's Weather 101.